Hi, nice to see you at Ethnic Creative Cooking. I'm making beef with broccoli today, so let's get started. So what I have here is some broccoli. I already cut up some of it, but we do need to cut up the rest of it because we need about 3/4 of a pound. Okay, so the stalk is pretty tough, so you're gonna have to cut that off. But some of it is redeemable. Just cut off the skin a little bit down here to reveal the flesh part of the broccoli, and you can use this actually in your stir fry. Okay, so I like these parts of the broccoli actually the best. I like them more than the flowerets. And this is what makes broccoli soup so good also, is the stem portion. Okay, so just get rid of the, tough root part or the skin part of the broccoli, and then you got some good flesh underneath. Okay, so all right, so there, we got all that gone now. So we're just gonna do our flowerets now. I usually just cut it off like so, and then just kind of make sure that they're bite-sized, okay? Because there's nothing worse than getting a whole big huge piece of broccoli in there. All those little green things that get stuck in your teeth. Oh goodness, I'm telling you. Things we do. All right. Okay, here we go. We're almost done here. And those look good. And I'm going to throw all this stuff out here. Get rid of it. And then just cut into my piece here. And I'm going to put them on the bites here. And just use these also here. I like those parts are my favorite parts of the broccoli actually. So I won't get very many of them this time, but that's all right. That's okay. So we have our broccoli ready to go. Now we're going to get into our beef here. So you need, I'm using 1 pound of New York steak, but you can use sirloin steak or whatever you want. And we're just going to cut this into thin strips here. And I'm just going to put it back into the bowl here because we're going to marinate the meat a bit for about 15 minutes before we actually use it, okay? And if these are too long, you can cut them into, if they're really too long. I don't mind long pieces of beef. It's usually pretty tender, so you can, bite into it pretty easily, okay? And just keep going on this meat until you're done. I'm just going to cut this into smaller pieces here. There we go. And just keep on trucking here. Takes a while, but it's worth it in the end. Go. So let's put this in here. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1 and 2. And we're also going to put in 1 tablespoon of dry sherry. There. Alrighty. Okay. It's in here like so. There we go. Put the lid back on this and set this aside like so. And then we're also going to put in there some fresh ginger. Almost to the point where we're going to let this marinate for 15 minutes, okay? So we're just going to do our garlic, 2 cloves of garlic, and then 2 teaspoons of ginger. And I'm just going to mix them together here, okay? So that they're done together. Okay, get out my knife here. Alrighty, and let's just mince these and put them in our marinade. Okay, so just run your knife through. 2 cloves of garlic. We're trying to get the ginger really small. If you want to come here closer and look. And just kind of mince this is fresh ginger, about 2 teaspoons, and then 2 cloves of garlic, okay? It's gonna go into our beef here. Try to get it as small as you possibly can using your knife techniques that I taught you in class. Mincing. Okay, we're almost there. It's looking good. Okay, so this goes right in here, like so. Get up here, put it in here. And now we have all of our ginger and garlic. And we're just gonna stir these around and get them going here. Get these to marinate for 15 minutes. And all of these juices here, and garlic and ginger. Okay, so I'll meet you back here in about 2 or 3 seconds. Well, we need to make the sauce that goes in the beef with broccoli. So I'm going to start out with a bowl, and we are going to add to that bowl 2 tablespoons of dry sherry. Okay, if you can't use dry sherry, you're going to have to use more beef broth, but without it, it doesn't taste as good. I will say that. Okay, so we got that in there. We're going to put in there also a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Okay, this gives it spiciness, so you don't want it too spicy. Reduce the amount. Okay, and then we're going to be using dry ginger. Okay, a 1/4 of a teaspoon here. And that goes in there as well. All right, put my lid back on there. Then we're going to be using a whole entire tablespoon worth of cornstarch. This is our thickening agent. Okay, that goes in here as well. Ooh. There we go. Get all the stuff out of there. It's stuck. Okay, there we go. And then we're also going to put in there some beef broth, okay? And we're gonna do 1 1/4 cup, okay? So this goes right in here. So here's 1 cup, and then 1/4. Okay, so our sauce is basically pretty much ready to go. Let's get out a wire whisk here and whisk away. We're kind of waiting for this to marinate, and I cut up some onions to put in it and some mushrooms, and you can keep them out if you don't like those, but I like the variety of putting them in the beef with broccoli. So okay, so we have about 5 more minutes, and then I'll be back to stir fry. It's time to stir fry everything up and make this broccoli, beef with broccoli, yum. Okay, we're going to start off with 2 tablespoons of oil, and your burner needs to be on about 6 on the dial out of 10, okay? And just kind of move this oil around the pan here, and we're going to put the beef in here. So if you want to come over here, we can do this, and you can watch me, okay? So we're just going to take our meat and toss it in here. It's been marinating a while. Okay. Don't crowd it, just kind of toss it in here and let it stir fry here. Smelling good. ginger out of there and our garlic. All right, so there we go. Let's move this around the pan like so. We don't want to overdo the, don't want to overcook the beef. We want to just get it till it's has a teeny bit of pink left in it, okay? And I kind of cooled down the pan by putting so much stuff in there, so. Ooh, goodness, I'm making a mess here. There we go. Okay, we're almost there. Just a little bit more heat on the meat here, our beef. Yeah. Looking tender. Alrighty. Well, I think that we're almost there. We can move all this stuff over to our plate here. And we can start doing our broccoli. Okay. So let's just take this out here, put it on here. There we go. Okay, so we're ready to put in our broccoli now and our onion. So let's put our onion in there first. And we're also going to put in there our mushrooms. So I put about a half of a cup of onion and then a half of a cup of mushrooms. Okay, and then we're just going to toss these around the pan, like so. Okay, so we've got our onions and our mushrooms in here and frying away. So now it is time to put our broccoli in here. Okay. And let's get this moving around the pan as well. And the steam from the liquid in here is going to steam the broccoli, so that'll be good. There we go. Whew. Time to put the meat back in. Okay, let's get this back in here, like so. And mix this all together. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to remix up the sauce because the cornstarch gets stuck on the bottom, okay? And then it doesn't go in here, so we need to mix it up really fast here. There we go. And into the pan here. Alright, so this should thicken up pretty fast. And then we're ready to dish this up. Okay, let's get this all heated up until it gets to a boil. It doesn't thicken up, but I can see it's starting to thicken up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, here we go. So we're going to put this in a serving dish. Okay, come on in here and take a look. Oh, doesn't that list look good? It's ready to plate up now, so let's kind of turn this off move this right over here. Yay. And let's put everything in here. So we're going to serve this family style, right? So toss that over there and put everything in here like so. All right, wow. This is for 4 people, so this will serve 4 people at your house. So you got to make this. It's not really that expensive, and it's absolutely wonderfully nutritious for you. There's not anything in here that's not nutritious. The closest thing that's not good for you is the soy sauce because of the sodium in it. But other than that, and we're going to put on some nori on our rice. This is sticky rice. Some on here, like so. A few over here, like so. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay? So I'm going to take a picture of this together on video because I want a picture of this before I chomp into it, right? Okay, so let's take a picture of this. There we go, close up. And our rice in there as well. And I'm just going to put some right on my rice because this is a serving. Okay, right here. And right on here like so. Get some of those juices down there. Okay, so it's time to try this. Best part in the show, right? And ginger is going to show up. I just know it. And the broccoli is so good for you. It's a superfood, you guys. And onions are as well, you know. And nori, you know, seaweed is a superfood as well. So here we go. Mmm. 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 How delicious is that? A little bit of spice. All the broccoli in there. The onions add a good flavor too. And then the meat is really tender and moist. You gotta try this at home. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell and give it a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. And